What up, Laker Nation? You're here with your host Kareem. How you guys doing on this Monday evening? Um, First, I want to get into the game tonight. The Knicks blew out the Lakers. Here's my take on that. For one, I got to say Frank Vogel did a bad coaching job because when you when you don't have no star players out there, and the third quarter came, and you see we have no rhythm going. You don't wait 7 minutes to start putting in substitutions when the Knicks went on a little run. We had no offensive flow. The offense was horrible in that third quarter. I think what he should have did, first thing you do, you should have put in Horton Tucker, someone who create his shot, right? You could have put in Ben McLemore, a guy who just shot excellent the game before. Hopefully, he was hoping that maybe it could carry on to the next night. He just had a good shooting night, and most shooters like that. When in a rhythm, sometimes it carry over to the next game. So what he should have did, I'd have put Ben McLemore in earlier, like in that third quarter, him, Horton Tucker, and I would have put in Montrez earlier in that third quarter when we were struggling. Also, the mistake he made, like I said, Drummond also had a good game. You gotta, this new NBA, what I don't like about it, it's like teams do not feed the post at all. I would have had Drummond post up. Hopefully, when you struggling like that and too many guys struggling, somebody got to get going. What you do, you post Drummond up. He draw a lot of fouls. He kind of, like, one thing about Drummond, when he posts up, he turns to you and then he makes a hard drive to the basket, and sometimes he can get fouled. Or you know what I'm saying, you have to get his confidence and give him some rhythm going. A lot of times he's posting up wasn't getting the ball, so you cannot do that. You got to let guys get into a rhythm, and you gotta feed the post sometimes. Sometimes you just got to do it. Get somebody in that post. I don't care if it's a guard, somebody in the post. Got to get guys who beat guys off the dribble. The Lakers do not have a lot of guys who play off the dribble that can, you know what I'm saying? Most of our guys are system guys. That's what you get on most LeBron James teams. You get a lot of system guys, basically guys stand still and wait for a system, a style of play to get their shots. Our defense was horrible. It's a lot of turnovers. I think that a lot of guys like low IQ. And that's another thing. I understand. See, Dennis Schroeder going to get a little pass because he a little banged up. But, again, when you guys ask for a lot of money, man, and y'all want that money, these games you have to win. You know what I mean? You took a big game against Brooklyn, and now you come against a lesser team with the Knicks, and you put a performance like this. You have to be consistent. You have to show teams that we could play regardless. At pride alone, if I know if I was a Laker and I was on the team, my pride alone would be wanting to win many games as possible without LeBron James. Because what it do, it put fear in the other team for one. They'd be like, damn, this team is good. You know, now a team and players around the league say, hey, these guys not that good. You want to show you a good team. Like the Lakers should have enough to beat teams, even without Bron and AD. To me, looking at the Laker roster from top to bottom, if you just take out Bron and AD, right? Just looking at their roster, I think, like I said before, I think the Lakers should be good enough, especially when it's a game. They should still, I think, be a playoff team. You know, now when you lose without Bron and AD, you lose to a Clippers, you lose to a Denver Nuggets. You know, that's kind of like, okay, acceptable. But still, team like the Knicks, you still have enough to beat this team. You still have enough, should have enough. And I think that Vogel, where players go wrong, where coaches go wrong, you waited too long. When you got role players not like starters. Starters you could ride out. Like, okay, let's say you got like an official good starting player. Like, for instance, a guy like Trae Young. Or a guy like Jamal Murray. Saying they struggling, right? You could ride them for a longer stretch in the game, them playing, hoping that they can get hot, knowing that they could change in a minute like that. Most of the time, with role players, like the Lakers had on the court and different things like that. That's not really the case. So you could pull the trigger and get rid of make substitution quick before it get out of hand. You could look at their body language. I ain't like their body language. It's one thing you struggling on offense, and then when you're struggling on defense. Like the defense was bad in the third quarter, or early in the third, and the offense was bad. So right there, you ain't gonna get no better because normally sometimes one thing can get you going. If you shooting the ball well offensively, sometimes your defense may step up, or vice versa. I just think they did a horrible job. I think coaching did a horrible job. I would have pulled the trigger, got rid of some guys quicker, and put in some guys, hopefully some defense or guys who can knock down some shots and beat the guys off the dribble. When you have guys who can get down shot and go off the dribble, Knicks play good perimeter defense. That's how the Lakers struggle. But if you got guys could beat the guys with the dribble and attack the basket, you can break down the defense some, and that's what happened. And like I said, Dennis Schroeder get a little pass because that hip. I understand it's not like that, but I seen him have plenty of games like this, a lot of turnovers and different things like that. Hit the like button, subscribe, you guys. I'm telling you, man, I'm giving up good shit every day, and you guys seem not to appreciate the ones who do. I understand. Subscribe, hit that like button. Peace.